Stella had never been on a flight alone before. Luckily, Mrs. Biggs, the lady sitting next to her on the plane, was very friendly and kind. When the plane landed, all the passengers made their way to the customs officers for checking. Mrs. Biggs seemed very flustered as she tried to repack her bag. "I needed some medicines from my bag and now I can't shut it," she said in despair. "Shall I take some of your things? I have plenty of space," offered Stella. "Oh, that would be wonderful," said Mrs. Biggs. She handed over a small bag with her toiletries. To pack it in properly, Stella removed the toothpaste and stuck it into a corner of her bag. Soon they had passed through customs and Stella returned the toiletries bag. However, she accidentally gave her the wrong tube of toothpaste. The next morning, Stella got a shock. When she squeezed the toothpaste, something small and hard came out. It was a diamond. She called the police at once and they found that the tube of toothpaste actually had 50 small diamonds hidden in it. Mrs. Biggs was a smuggler. Desert Adventure. Harun was traveling with a huge caravan through the desert. Suddenly, a sandstorm hit the caravan and everything was engulfed in sand. Thrown off his camel, Harun was separated from the others and completely lost. It was afternoon and the sun was torturously hot. "I must walk and find an oasis," thought Harun. With each step, he grew more and more thirsty. Suddenly, in the shimmering heat of the desert, Harun saw water. He ran towards it, but it seemed to move farther away. Gasping for breath, Harun realized that it was a mirage. His lips were parched and his eyes could hardly stay open. "Water," he croaked before fainting. When Harun woke up, he could not believe his eyes. He was in an oasis. A kind merchant had rescued him. Harun thanked him and said, "If it hadn't been for you, I would never have survived the journey through the desert." The Island of Gold. John's grandfather often told him stories about the wonderful places he had visited as a young man. The most amazing of these was the Island of Gold. Years passed and grandfather died, but he left behind a wooden box for John. Inside was a compass, a paper, and some gold coins. When he opened the paper, John was amazed. It was a map for the Island of Gold. John flew to Peru, and from there he hired a small fishing boat. Following the directions in his grandfather's map, he soon found himself in the middle of a set of tiny islands that do not appear on any map. The brightest, most beautiful island was the Island of Gold. Instead of being greedy and trying to carry away all the wealth, John just took away a few chunks of gold. This made him rich enough to live a happy and comfortable life. The Injured Bird. Roger and his sister Susan were spending their summer holidays with their grandmother. She had a beautiful little cottage on the beach. One day, while searching for seashells on the beach, Susan spotted a bundle. She called out to Roger, "Come quickly, it looks like a bird." Susan had found a seagull whose feathers were covered with oil. Because of this, it could not fly and had become too weak to move. "Let us take it home. Granny will know what to do," said Roger. When Granny saw the bird, she said, "This poor bird must have got caught in an oil spill. We must clean its wings carefully." Granny wiped the bird clean and then fed it some fish. The bird seemed much better and started cleaning itself with its own beak. Within a few hours, the seagull spread its wings and with a loud cry flew away.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.